والله يدعو إلى دار السلام ويهدي من يشاء إلى صراط مستقيم.
Here, we had a question from Sister Manal from the United States of America. She says she's a revert, a couple of years now, it's been 3 years, may Allah reward her and accept her. She said, I've been having some illnesses, it's been going on for some time, I've had all the tests done and everything comes out negative. Some people have started advising me that there's some sounds in the house and so forth, it may be jinn, they're saying. Her second and third question actually relates, I'm going to give you all the questions. She said, should I read into some water and then sprinkle it around the house? Should I read Baqara into this, Surat al-Baqara, or should I drink it? And secondly, she's asking when she's on her menses, because she wants to read this Baqara all the time, is she allowed to read this while on the computer, Sheikh?
First of all, I would like to alert the viewers to a very important thing. Not every time somebody is ill or have some flu or is been through some difficulties, right away we say, oh, he's been possessed by the jinn, or the jinn is in their life or in their house. The jinn never around us anyway, whether we're good or bad. Everyone has a companion who's attached to him of the jinn. So through reciting the regular adhkar in the morning and in the evening, we receive a divine protection against any harm from the jinn and others. Through reciting Surah al-Baqarah, the Prophet ﷺ said, لا تستطيعها البطلة. The sorcerers and the magicians can afford the effect of Surah Al-Baqarah. It's irresistible. So it's a wonderful surah. Also regularly in the morning and in the evening, reciting Ayat al-Kursi. In the lengthy hadith of Hadith Abu Huraira, Satan advised him by saying that if you let me go, if you remember when I said that he used to steal from the charity, and Abu Huraira caught him several times and he brought him, he said, this time I certainly have to bring you to the Prophet ﷺ. Said, Ya Abu Huraira, if I teach you something that's useful, will you let me go? He said, so he taught him that in the evening recite Ayat al-Kursi. You shall receive a protection and no harm can touch you from the jinn until the morning. And in the morning you also recite it, you shall receive a divine protection until the evening. So al-adhkar, reciting Quran in general, especially the last 3 chapters, al-mu'awwidhat, قل هو الله أحد وقل أعوذ برب الفلق وقل أعوذ برب الناس, and reciting Ayat al-Kursi, and regularly reciting and playing Surah al-Baqarah at home. These are all means of protection. Al-Ruqya, which is prescribed by the Prophet ﷺ, is highly recommended whenever a righteous sister or one of those whom you trust would come to visit you and recite these adhkar and these verses upon you and ask Allah to cure you. That's all valid. What if the illness still persists? This is all a test from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And one has to understand that we receive their word in accordance to our patience and in proportion with our patience for whatever calamity that befalls us. But I just need to bring to the attention of the viewers, not right away whenever anything happens, because this issue has been brought up several times within few days. If somebody is not happy, then the jinn. If somebody has some voices in the house, then it is the jinn. If somebody has flu, even some people have cancer, right away they say it is the jinn. This is not necessarily true. We give the ruqya in any case, whether it is a physiological illness, mental illness, psychological illness, discomfort. The ruqya is very useful when we say أسأل الله العظيم رب العرش الكريم أن يشفيك اللهم رب الناس أذهب الباس اشفي أنت الشافي لا شفاء إلا شفاؤك شفاء لا يغادر سقما. All these verses, all these supplications are useful as means of ruqya. Surah Al-Fatiha by itself, if it is being recited by a pious person, it's a mean of cure by the leave of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As far as reading upon some water, then blowing in it, or writing some verses in saffron and then soaking it in water, these practices have been practiced by many of at-tabi'een and our predecessors, and as long as it is all Quran, so many of the scholars have approved it, and Allah knows best. As far as your recitation of the Quran during your period, only if you are a person who have memorized some chapters of the Quran and you're afraid to lose them. You want to revise them regularly. If you are a teacher of the Quran, if you are a student of the Quran and you have to do your assignment, it is allowed. But according to the vast majority of the Muslim scholars, it is not permissible for a woman during the menses to touch or to recite the Quran as a mean of ibadah.